Okay, testing. Okay, testing. Turn up the volume. Let's see. Turn up the volume. Let's see. Maybe you can hear me now. Let's. Okay. Maybe you can hear me now. Let's. Okay. Okay, let's start. Actually, let me post to Facebook that I'm live. Let me get my YouTube channel up. My channel. The video. Okay. YouTube channel. I'll post this. Okay, now that that's done. Hello everybody. Let's see, I am currently I've got the radar from Radar Scope, and I love their app because you can actually see everything possible about any storm, not even just hurricanes. Right now I have the reflectivity running in a loop the past about 30 minutes or so, and as you can see, Florence is kind of just sitting right there. He's not really moving too much. If I zoom in, you can see he is just spinning in one spot. And actually, let me pause this. Let me go to my settings. You probably won't be able to see this, but I have a whole bunch of different options, and for some reason the streaming thing I use will not show everything. But if I go and change, where is it? I know it's here. That's the layers. I know it's here somewhere. Radar Scope Pro. Ah, here it is. So if I change it to the maximum of 30 frames, that's how many frames it'll load for the loop. Now we can watch. So you can kind of see he's almost not even moving at all. That's 30 frames starting at around 145, and over the past almost hour he has moved almost nowhere, which that probably means he's stalling right off of the coast, probably about let's go back to 14 frames. If I go to this and select my distance, so about 90 miles to that point, and about 70 miles to Beaufort. So if he keeps this stalled pattern up, he might not even get close to the North Carolina shore. But I just remember, I'm not an official forecast person, so don't take what I'm saying as truth. I'm just pointing out the fact that he is basically sitting in one spot. And if he is moving, he's moving very slowly. So anyways, let's look at the rain bands that are going through. And ever since probably about 9 o'clock this morning, everybody along here has been hammered with constant wind and rain. And if I go to super res velocity, it's going to look a little bit weird because the radar site is having a really hard time determining what kinds of winds are in here. Let's switch over to this one. Yeah, that one's not any better, but you can see already, and let me get my inspector tool out. You know, this is 70 miles an hour, 74, 77, and this is up in the atmosphere, but obviously as these rain bands go through, they can carry down this wind, and this is, you know, high-end tropical force, low-end hurricane winds that are coming right in to cities like Moorhead, Emerald Isle, all that good stuff. Let me switch to this one again. I really wish they had this was a little bit better, but oh well. You can see out here in the ocean, you know, you're getting 90 miles an hour winds, 100 mile an hour I saw in there somewhere. Yeah, 101. So the core winds are still offshore by a good amount. But I mean, even then, you're still getting high-end tropical storm force, low-end hurricane force constantly over the past several hours even. And it's just going to continue like that for a long time. So yeah, right now you can see a pretty heavy rain band moving through Moorhead City, and that's going to be going over to Newport, Emerald Isle, all these cities right here are in the path of that one, and it's looking pretty healthy. No tornado warnings up right yet. There was one earlier, I know, up here towards the Outer Banks, but that one is gone. But if Florence happens to move, you know, towards the shore more, then you're going to see a lot more tornado warnings pop up. Let's see. Okay, on the stream I have, to the left of the radar, we have the current recon plane going in, and they are doing some research. Well, they're doing a low-level reconnaissance to see how strong or how weak or how basically Florence is doing. And right now, if I refresh, there you can see right there they are towards the top. I don't think you can see my mouse. I doubt you can. And actually, I could probably change that. If I go to properties, it says capture cursor, so maybe you can see it. But if you can, the plane is currently going north, right above the Outer Banks, and they're going to loop back around and try to pass through the center and take a reading. And these points you see, the 957, 955, and so on, that's the central pressure that they found in Florence. And you can see he's pretty much maintaining a 955 average, we'll say, pressure. And you can see he's taking that sharp turn to the left over the past few runs, and it takes a long time for the plane to get around, you know, from one point to the other. They have to go through the whole storm and make their way around. And you can see these wind barbs around as well. That's telling you how fast the winds are going at flight level. So this is not on the ground, but you can expect winds to be pretty much about that as they get entrapped into those thunderstorms that bring them down to the ground. And I have, which one is it? This one open, and this one just basically shows the last 10 minutes of the flight in a higher res detail, so you can see what kinds of pressures and winds there are. Okay. So they just updated this. I really wish that the velocity was a little bit better, but I can understand with that the radar tower just getting hammered right now. Yeah, I don't know how accurate these are. You know, I saw 100 miles per hour. I don't know how accurate that is, but if that's accurate, then that radar tower is getting hammered, and all along here, really high winds that are coming through. So I'm gonna leave this running, and I'm going to check on some live streams while I do that. I'm looking at Twitter, and actually I might be able to drag this out and show you Jeff Piotrowski's Twitter, which
wow, car's really getting rocked.
he's live streaming right now. If I can add, let me remove this one for now.
Oh, thank you for the donations. Thank you.
There we go. And resize this. I don't want to be, you know, just rebroadcasting his stuff, but if we can take a look, I want to show you. Where did I put it? There it is. He's live right now. He's covering it. I watched him during Hurricane Harvey, but I wanted to show you
this. Oh my
this.
God! A 4-foot wave just hit me. A 4-foot bottle of water. A 4-foot wave. Oh God! Oh my God! Water's coming in here. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Jeff! Jeff, look at this!
Look at that.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
And that's just the beginning.
A 4-foot wave just hit me. A 4-foot bottle of water. A 4-foot wave just hit me. Oh my gosh!
You can expect more of that.
Everything down. Look at this.
Look at the wall.
Oh my gosh! It's destroying everything.
That whole porch is going to be gone. I can tell you that right now. Look at all that water.
Jeff, it hit the back of the house. It's like 4 foot high. It's a 4 foot high wall of water hit the back of the house. It knocked the walls down.
Whew.
There's a bad noise coming. You can, when you roll the window down, you can. It's hard to try to explain all this in a short
I'm not
time.
gonna
When you roll the window down, you can
stream him too
listen
long, but
upwind. The wind's out of the northeast, northeast. So behind me, when a surge of wind is coming, you can hear the wind coming towards you as a roar. Not like a tornado roar. It's a different kind of. It's a wind surge roar, and as it passes through the power lines, the roar comes towards you like a train, like something's coming at you at a high rate of speed. You can hear the roar downwind coming at you. So a lot of times I can point the car, and I will do this shortly. Turn the car toward the direction of the wind. As I look down the road a mile or two, then I can actually see the damaging winds coming to me before they ever get to me.
So yeah,
Does that make sense?
he's basically there live, and he changes these things for a living, and it's crazy the stuff he gets into.
So you know you're going to be impacted before it even hits you. In the sense of, something's got to happen. Okay. Okay.
I'm stuck just watching him. But yeah, you can see that this is no joke. I mean, I can't tell if that was in his video or if it was outside my house. Let's see. I guess I'll leave that open for a little while, but I don't want to just stream his stream. That's not right.
Okay, here we go.
And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to watch his stream for a little bit, and I'll come back once, if like a tornado warning gets thrown out. Because right now it's just, you know, this whole section of coastline is just getting battered. And, yeah, Florence looks like it's stalling right now, right there. So, I will be back with more when some more developing stories come out.
I left north,
So,
I left back south.
I shall talk to you later.